Well, the word on the street, get that, 6th Street.
Aha,
The word on
very
the
clever.
street is that your foods are of higher quality than the
Yes.
normal,
Yes.
and that you also service your customers with beers that are local from our own breweries,
Mhm.
so you support that local community as well.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yes, yeah.
Hello, everyone. Gary Raze here with Eugene Spotlights, and guess what? 6th Street Grill is back. So after all these years, and I get to interview a very special person here who has been with 6th Street for many, many years, Linda Addison, and you've been like the manager. You're not the owner, are you? Or
Yeah.
you're the owner.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
So growing up in Eugene and attending all the University of Oregon wonderfulness, 6th Street Grill was the place to go. So here we are. You got shut down for COVID, of course, and then it took a while to get back. So now you're back in. So tell me a little bit about, is there anything new from what there used to be at the 6th Street Grill?
Yeah, you know, that's kind of one of the cool parts about being an owner here at 6th Street. My husband, Keith, and I, gosh, it's been a little over 30 years now. It's hard to believe our kids are grown and flown the nest type thing. And but it was one of those things where we really felt like Eugene needed to still be able to have a place where we all went, oh, remember when? To have a place to come back to that felt like kind of like a home away from home. And so this is actually our 40th year.
That's what I thought, because I'm only 41 or 70. It doesn't matter.
No,
Anyway,
no,
I
no,
remember
no,
many moons ago coming here, and I'm excited that you're back in business. And you've been back in business just a short time, really. In the number of years that you've owned the business, it's what, a year now that you've been back, or even
It's
less
been a couple
than that?
years now.
Okay.
And we just feel like this year, you know, we've just finally kind of started to get our feet back under us, because it was such a swing. You know, when we first bought the place, you know, Keith and I were initially looking for something that we could call our own.
Mm-hmm.
And we were very blessed with the fact that Keith's oldest sister, Diane, had been in the business for forever. And she said, well, if that's the route you want to go, you know, I can help you kind of poke through and figure out who's viable and who's not. And we jokingly said, wouldn't it be hilarious if 6th Street came up for sale? But yeah, like that's ever going to happen. The next week, we get a call from our broker saying, hey, I got another place that I want you guys to take a look at. And it was 6th Street.
And amazing. This place has been so popular and so famous for us duckies for so long, and it's exciting that you're back. So at this point in time, you don't do breakfast, is that accurate?
No, we actually.
But wait, there's more.
But wait, there's more. And honestly, that's kind of been our theme, is but wait, there's more. We actually serve breakfast on the weekends. We do Saturday from 9 to noon, and then Sunday from 9 to 2. And we've had such a great response to that. We even have, and I'm not sure if you're allowed to say about alcohol on air, but we even have a build your own Bloody Mary bar that we customize for our guests.
So to test that, one would, never mind.
Yes, one would need to actually experience.
I see.
The entire.
So breakfast on weekends.
Yes.
And you have lunches every day of the week?
So we are closed on Mondays.
Okay.
And then Tuesday we open at 4 p.m. And we actually just started a new program on Tuesdays, which is, we used to do the old burger and brew. We were always,
Yes.
And that was one of our claims to fame, so to speak, is that we always tried to be innovative and come up with new things that no one else had done before. So we started burger and brew umpteen years ago. And then of course, everyone was doing it. And so we had stepped away from that for a while and then decided, okay, we had enough people going, oh, we missed that. So we're like, all right, how do we bring it back? But we didn't want to bring it back the same way. Again, we're known for putting a twist on everything. So we actually call it our Brews Day Tuesday. And so not only can you order off the regular menu, but we also have a burger special that comes with a beer. And so for $15, you get a smoking deal, and the burger's got lettuce, tomato, onions,
that's a good
mushrooms.
price.
Yeah, and it comes with your side of fries and your pint of beer. And so and it's just $15. And in this day and age, I mean, that's a really good deal.
Now you said on Tuesday, and you also said that's at 4 o'clock on. So
Yes.
that tells me that you're also doing evening meals. Is that accurate?
Yes. So Tuesdays we open at 4, and like I said, we have our regular menu available plus our Brews Day Tuesday special. Then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, we open at noon. So we're available for lunches during the week.
Okay.
And then Wednesday, Thursday, we close at 8. Friday night, we close at 9. Saturday is our long day because we have our breakfast in the morning until noon. And then we have our lunch and dinner available until 9 o'clock that night.
Well, this is amazing. And I understand also that people can they reserve, like if they had a big group and it's on a time when you might be closed, could they reserve a room and have people come in?
Yes, we have definitely made exceptions. We've had the university come to us and ask specifically for the football team if we could make some additional accommodations for them. And of course, we're always working to do our level best to take anybody and everybody in that we can that is needing a spot to be, for sure.
Do people from the university, as far as the university, like the coaches, do they ever bring anybody in here?
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Coach Lanning has brought several groups through we'll do a large breakfast buffet for the football recruits. And it's a blast. I mean, he's just such a great guy, and his coaching staff and the caliber of young man that he's bringing in is just, it's really cool to see. And then we've had some of the folks starting to show interest from the baseball team. Sean has been bringing some folks in.
Our quartet has sung the national anthem many times for him.
Yes, yeah. And so we're slowly continuing to build that niche. But I think for us, it's also about making sure that we give back into our community, because we've always been that old school in the sense of, where you live, you help take care of.
That's the thing that I remember, is that you always have been you've been part of the group here. You've been the family. And there's a lot of restaurants out here now that are the Chick-fil-A's and all of that stuff. That you can get that anywhere, but you can't get what Sixth Street Grill has to offer.
Yeah, and that's definitely, I would say, our strongest suit. I mean, we've always believed that the secret to our enduring success lies in our commitment to being innovative. Supporting our community by purchasing, fresh local food, and creating those bonds with our vendors, where if you have a corporate company that you work with and they're done at Friday at 5, that doesn't fit in with a restaurant schedule. And so there's been more than once where it's personal phone call and they zip down to wherever and they pick up what we need and they'll drop it off for us.
Well, the word on the street, get that, 6th Street. The word on the street is that your foods are of higher quality than the normal.
Yes.
And that you also service your customers with beers that are local from our own breweries. So you support that local community as well.
Yes.
Is that accurate?
Yes. Yeah. Those are, there's a lot of things that you can have wiggle room on, but two of the things that we don't and will not ever wiggle on is the quality of the food that we produce and helping out with our local companies. We have everything from literally like Ninkasi, that's just, right down the street, so to speak, to we've got folks for like our Sea and Red, we've, again, staying in the Oregon area, and Boneyard and Stash Panda. And so while we keep some beers on that are just guest favorites in general, again, it's always leaning towards how do we maintain the caliber that we have set and the standards that we have set, that we are getting to be known by. That, you can go to a corporate chain and get a pasta dish that got nuked in a microwave, or you can come here and basically for the same price get pasta that was just made the other day, fresh, it's local, you're helping support our community, helping support us and our staff, and I guarantee you, dish, hands down, is going to blow it out of the water.
Well, Linda, here's the thing that I really respect. First of all, you've been here a long time, you know the community, you serve the community, and you have good quality foods and drinks. But the one thing that is in the back of my mind is your times that you're open are not exactly always the same times. Therefore, they may need to get a hold of you. And of course, that's where we're going next, is how do people get a hold of you to make sure that you're open at the times that they're hoping to come by?
So super easy. They can make a phone call. They can go online. You don't have to. I mean, if you can't even get to your, I mean, almost everybody has their cell phone at this point.
Yes.
So you can go online and shoot us a message through our contact page, or you can just pick up the phone, leave us a message here. We'll get back to you right away. And if they're requesting reservations, again, super easy to do. Both options apply. And then even for our rental space, again, same thing. We try to make it as simple and as easy as we can.
Well, the one thing that Eugene Spotlights certainly will do, and they're going to put on your contact number, and it'll be right there with the video, so that'll be helpful as well. And I think that's probably, you'd be almost impossible not to be able to find you. So again, going back to Eugene Spotlights, we were thrilled to be able to interview you, Linda, and I want to say that all my friends are going to be really happy that you're back in the business, because I've heard about you for so many years. And so anyway, Gary Raze with Eugene Spotlights, and we'll talk to you soon. And Linda, thank you so much for taking the time to interview with us.
It was my pleasure. Thank you so much.
You bet.